Imagine yourself in a quiet room. The soft glow of a smartphone screen illuminating your face as you scroll through TikTok. The algorithm hums, feeding you bursts of color, sound, and energy. Now picture Napoleon Hill. Yes, that Napoleon Hill, the man who penned Think and Grow Rich, standing in this digital whirlwind, his sharp eyes scanning the trends. You're not just watching videos. You're stepping into Hill's mind, where every swipe sparks a new idea. His words, written decades ago, feel alive here. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's not just a dusty quote from 1937. It's a blueprint for TikTok domination in 2025. You feel the weight of his conviction, like a steady hand guiding you through the chaos of viral dances and lip syncs. Hill's genius wasn't just in thinking big, it was in thinking clearly. He'd see TikTok not as a distraction but as a stage. A global one, where ideas could ignite millions in seconds. You're walking with Hill now, his old-school suit somehow fitting right in with the neon aesthetic of a TikTok feed. He's not intimidated by the platform's pace, he's energized. The starting point of all achievement is desire, he once wrote, and you can almost hear him whispering it as he studies a trending sound. Desire isn't just wanting fame. It's a burning need to share something real. Hill would know that TikTok thrives on authenticity, not polished perfection. He'd craft videos that aren't just catchy but felt, raw, human, like a conversation with a friend at 2 a.m. You see him jotting notes, not on paper but in his mind, sketching a vision for content that cuts through the noise. His first step? Clarity. He'd pick one core idea, say the power of mindset, and build every 15-second clip around it, each one a tiny spark of his philosophy. Historians often point to Hill's 20-year study of success, interviewing giants like Carnegie and Ford, as the foundation of his work. That rigor, that obsession with patterns, would make him a TikTok strategist par excellence. He'd analyze what makes a video stick. Maybe it's the hook in the first 3 seconds, or the emotional pull of a story. But there's a quirkier side to Hill you'd notice, too. He once claimed to have imaginary meetings with historical figures like Lincoln and Edison, calling them his invisible counselors. Picture him chuckling as he films a skit, playing both himself and Edison debating how to nail a transition. It's weird, sure, but it's memorable, perfect for TikTok's quirky edge. You're starting to see how Hill's mind works. He wouldn't just post randomly, he'd architect a vision. Set your mind on a definite goal, and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass, he wrote. On TikTok, that goal might be 10,000 followers in a month, or 1 million views on a series about success principles. He'd map it out, daily posts, trending hashtags, a consistent vibe. Scholars still debate whether Hill's methods were scientific or just motivational flair, but you can't deny the results. His books sold millions, and you feel that same energy now, as if he's whispering to you. This is your moment. You're not just scrolling anymore, you're building something. Hill's vision is contagious, and you're already imagining the next video, the one that'll make someone stop and think. As you swipe through TikTok, you realize Hill wouldn't chase every trend. He'd pick his battles, focusing on what aligns with his message. Cherish your visions and your dreams, he urged, as they are the children of your soul. You see him crafting a series, maybe hashtag Think and Grow Rich tips, each clip a bite-sized lesson on mindset. One day, it's a quick story about overcoming doubt. The next, a clever edit showing how focus shifts your reality. His voice, calm yet commanding, would cut through the platform's chaos like a lighthouse in a storm. You feel it now, that pull to create something bigger than a fleeting post. Hill's teaching you to dream with precision, to see TikTok not as a game of luck, but as a canvas for impact. You're not done yet. Hill's only getting started, and so are you. His philosophy isn't just about thinking, it's about believing, about turning that spark into a fire. You're ready to dive deeper, to see how his unshakable faith could shape not just a video but a movement. You're still walking with Napoleon Hill, his presence steady as the TikTok feed scrolls on. Each video a fleeting chance to capture hearts. His words linger in your mind. Faith is the head chemist of the mind. It's not just a line from Think and Grow Rich. It's the pulse of how he'd conquer this platform. You see him now, not as a distant author but as a creator like you, hunched over a phone, editing a clip with that same fierce belief he wrote about in 1937. Faith for Hill wasn't blind hope. It was a deliberate choice to trust in a purpose bigger than himself. On TikTok, that purpose would be clear. To inspire millions to think differently, to act boldly. You feel the weight of his conviction, like a warm hand on your shoulder, urging you to believe in your own message before you hit post. Picture Hill in a modern studio, soft lights casting shadows as he records. He's not chasing clout, he's chasing impact. Desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible, he wrote, and you can almost see him applying that to every video. His TikTok series would pulse with purpose. Maybe a 60-second story about a kid who believed in their dream despite the odds, paired with a trending sound that makes it stick. He'd know that belief sells. Not in a sleazy way, but in the way a genuine story makes you stop scrolling. You're imagining his profile now, each video a brick in a cathedral of ideas, built on the foundation of his unyielding faith in human potential. Hill's life wasn't all smooth sailing, and that's what makes his belief so powerful. History tells us he faced financial ruin multiple times, yet he kept writing, kept teaching. That grit would translate perfectly to TikTok's relentless pace. He'd post through flops, through algorithm changes because he believed in the long game. There's a quirky detail about Hill you'd notice too. He was obsessed with the number 13, calling it his lucky number despite its bad rap. Imagine him dropping a 13-part TikTok series, each clip titled with a nod to that superstition, turning it into a badge of defiance. It's the kind of bold move that'd spark comments, shares, stitches, pure TikTok gold. You're starting to feel Hill's rhythm. He wouldn't just post and pray, he'd pour his soul into every frame. The only limitation is that which one sets up in one's own mind, he once said, and you see him living that on TikTok. He'd experiment with formats, maybe a heartfelt voiceover one day, a quick text on-screen tip the next, but always with a clear purpose, to make you believe in yourself. Scholars still argue over whether Hill's faith was spiritual or psychological, but you don't care about the debate. You feel it working like a spark catching fire. His videos would make you pause, rethink your doubts, maybe even jot down a goal you'd forgotten. Now you're picturing one of his clips going viral. It's simple. Hill's voice calm and steady, over a lo-fi beat saying, "Your faith is your power to create." The comments explode. People sharing their dreams, their wins, their struggles. He'd engage with them, not with generic emojis but with replies that feel personal, like he's speaking directly to you. That's the magic of his belief. It's not just for him. It's for everyone watching. You're hooked now, scrolling his hypothetical profile, each video pulling you deeper into his world. He's not just teaching you to succeed on TikTok. He's teaching you to believe in something bigger, something that feels alive in every pixel. You're not stopping here. Hill's faith is contagious, but it's his discipline that turns it into action. You can feel the shift coming. The moment where belief meets sweat, where ideas become reality. You're ready to see how he'd take that fire and build something unstoppable. You're still in Napoleon Hill's world, the TikTok feed flickering like a digital heartbeat. His voice echoes in your mind, steady and sure. Effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. It's a line straight from Think and Grow Rich, and you can feel its pulse as Hill sits at a desk, not with a pen but a smartphone, crafting his next move. Discipline, for him, isn't just a buzzword. It's the engine driving every viral video. You see him now, not swayed by the platform's chaos, but mastering it. He'd treat TikTok like a chessboard, each post a calculated move, each series a campaign. You're drawn in, imagining how his relentless focus would turn a fleeting idea into a TikTok empire. Picture Hill in the early morning, the soft hum of a city waking up outside his window. He's up before dawn, scripting a video while others sleep. Success requires no apologies, failure permits no alibis, he wrote, and you see that etched into his routine. He'd post daily, maybe a 15-second tip on focus at 7 a.m., a 60-second story about persistence by noon. Consistency is his weapon, and he'd wield it like a craftsman. His content wouldn't just ride trends, it'd set them. Maybe he'd start a #DisciplineDaily challenge, urging followers to share one small action they took toward their goals. You can almost hear the comments pouring in, people tagging friends, building a community around his ideas. History reminds you Hill wasn't just a dreamer, he was a doer. He built a publishing empire from scratch, turning his books into global phenomena. That same hustle would make him a TikTok titan. He'd study the algorithm like he studied Carnegie, learning its rhythms, when to post, which sounds to use, how to hook in 3 seconds flat. There's a strange detail about Hill that'd fit perfectly here. He once ran a success school by mail, sending lessons to students worldwide. On TikTok, he'd modernize that maybe with a Success Snap series, bite-sized daily videos teaching one principle at a time. It's quirky, but it's him, turning old-school grit into digital gold. You're starting to feel his rhythm, the way discipline shapes his every move. The world has the habit of making room for the man whose actions show that he knows where he is going, he wrote. On TikTok, that means a clear brand. Clean edits, bold text, a voice that's both calm and commanding. He'd avoid the trap of overposting, each video polished yet raw, like a fireside chat in 4K. Scholars still debate whether Hill's success came from genius or sheer persistence. But you're leaning toward the latter. You see it in how he'd handle a video that flops, analyzing, tweaking, posting again. No excuses, just action. Now you're imagining one of his clips hitting the For You page. It's simple. Hill's voice over a trending beat saying, "Discipline turns dreams into reality." The screen shows a time-lapse of someone working late, then succeeding, a student passing an exam, an artist finishing a canvas. The views climb, shares spike, and you feel the momentum. Hill wouldn't just bask in it. He'd double down, posting a follow-up video the next day, maybe a duet with a fan who joined his challenge. You're hooked, scrolling his profile, each clip a reminder that action isn't just effort, it's strategy. His discipline feels like a call to arms, urging you to stop dreaming and start doing. You're not pausing here. Hill's discipline is the foundation, but it's his gratitude that builds the connection. You can feel the shift coming, the moment where his heart meets his hustle, where every video becomes a gift to his audience. You're still riding the wave of Napoleon Hill's world, the TikTok feed pulsing like a living thing, each swipe pulling you deeper into his vision. His voice, calm yet piercing, lingers in your ears. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. It's a gem from Think and Grow Rich, and you can feel its warmth as Hill crafts a video that's not just content but a gift. Gratitude, for him, isn't a soft sentiment. It's a strategy, a way to connect soul to soul with millions scrolling in the dark. You see him now, not just as a creator, but as a storyteller who knows every viewer craves something real. On TikTok, he'd weave gratitude into every frame, making you feel seen, valued, like you're part of something bigger. Imagine Hill filming in a cozy corner, maybe a candle flickering nearby, its glow softening the edges of his face. He's not chasing trends here, he's creating a moment. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does, he wrote, and you see him living that on TikTok. His videos would thank his audience, not with generic, "You guys are amazing" platitudes, but with stories that resonate. Maybe he shares a 30-second clip about a time he failed, a business venture that tanked, then pivots to how gratitude for the lesson fueled his comeback. The comments would flood with heart emojis, stories of viewers' own struggles, and you'd feel the connection sparking across screens. History shows Hill's gratitude wasn't just talk. He dedicated years to teaching others, even when his own finances crumbled, because he believed in giving back. That selflessness would make his TikTok presence magnetic. He'd post a video thanking followers for hitting a milestone, say 100,000, by sharing a personal story, maybe about the mentor who changed his life. There's an odd detail about Hill that'd shine here. He loved writing letters, often penning heartfelt notes to readers. On TikTok, he'd turn that into DMs or reply videos, responding to a fan's comment with a quick, "Your dream matters, keep going." It's small, but it's the kind of touch that turns followers into a community. You're feeling it now, the way Hill's gratitude pulls you in. Gratitude is a powerful magnet for attracting success, he once said, though he never phrased it quite that way in his books. It's the spirit of his teachings. On TikTok, he'd make you feel it. A video where he asks viewers to share one thing they're grateful for, set to a trending acoustic track. The challenge catches fire, thousands posting their own clips. #GratefulWithHill trending overnight. Scholars still argue whether Hill's optimism was practical or overly idealistic, but you're too caught up in the emotion to care. His videos make you want to pause, reflect, maybe even message a friend you haven't thanked in a while. Now you're picturing one of his posts going viral. A simple montage of everyday moments, a sunrise, a handwritten note, a smile, overlaid with his voice saying, "Gratitude turns what you have into enough." The views soar, the shares multiply, and you feel the warmth spreading. Hill wouldn't just stop there. He'd stitch a fan's response, amplifying their story, making them feel like a co-creator. You're scrolling his profile now, each video a reminder that gratitude isn't passive. It's a spark that lights up connection. You're starting to see TikTok not just as a platform, but as a space to build something meaningful, something that lasts. You're not slowing down. Hill's gratitude is the glue, but it's his adaptability that keeps him ahead of the curve. You can feel the shift coming. The moment where he bends with the platform's chaos and turns it into opportunity. You're still immersed in Napoleon Hill's world, the TikTok feed a vibrant blur of colors and sounds. Yet his presence feels like an anchor. His words hum in your mind, sharp and alive. Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when and if it is organized into definite plans of action. It's straight from Think and Grow Rich, and you can see Hill applying it with precision, adapting to TikTok's ever-shifting landscape. He's not rigid, clinging to old ways. He's fluid, learning the platform's pulse like a seasoned creator. You're with him now, watching him tweak a video's pacing to hook viewers in 3 seconds flat, his eyes sharp with curiosity. On TikTok, adaptability isn't just survival, it's mastery, and Hill would thrive in this digital dance of trends and algorithms. Picture him in a modern loft, sunlight streaming through big windows, his phone propped up as he tests a new filter. He's not chasing every viral sound but picking ones that fit his message, maybe layering his voice over a lo-fi beat to share a quick tip. Learn, adapt, grow. His adaptability comes from a core belief. The world is always changing, and so must your methods. A sentiment woven through his teachings. You see him studying analytics, views, watch time, shares, then tweaking his next post. Maybe he notices a dance trend spiking and creates a #SuccessSteps challenge, tying each move to a principle like focus or persistence. It's clever, unexpected, and quintessentially Hill. History tells us Hill was no stranger to reinvention. He pivoted from business ventures to writing, from lectures to books, always adapting to the times. That same flexibility would make him a TikTok chameleon. He'd spot a shift, say, a surge in day-in-the-life videos, and pivot, filming a 60-second glimpse of his morning routine, tying it to discipline. There's a quirky detail about Hill that'd shine here. He once claimed to visualize his goals in vivid detail, down to the textures and smells. On TikTok, he'd turned that into a trend, maybe #visualize it, urging followers to film their dream life in sensory detail. It's odd but magnetic, the kind of hook that sparks duets and stitches. You're feeling his rhythm now, the way he bends without breaking. The person who stops studying merely because he has finished school is forever hopelessly doomed to mediocrity, he wrote, and you see him living that on TikTok. He'd learn from every flop, every comment, every algorithm quirk. Scholars still debate whether Hill's adaptability was pragmatic or opportunistic, but you're too caught up in his flow to care. You imagine him testing a new format, maybe a Q&A livestream, engaging fans directly, answering questions about goals with that calm, ASMR-like voice. Each move feels intentional, like he's sculpting his presence one video at a time. Now you're picturing one of his clips breaking through. A 15-second montage of him writing, speaking, creating, set to a trending sound, with text overlaying, adapt or fade. His voice kicks in. The world changes, change with it. It hits the For You page, racking up millions of views. Fans stitch it, sharing their own pivots, a career switch, a new skill learned. Hill would amplify them, maybe duetting a fan's story to show how adaptation fuels success. You're scrolling his profile now, each video a lesson in staying nimble, staying relevant. It's not just about keeping up. It's about leading, about turning chaos into opportunity. You're not stopping here. Hill's adaptability is his edge, but it's his resilience that carries him through the storms. You can feel the shift coming, The moment where he faces the platform's challenges head-on and emerges stronger, ready to inspire you to do the same. You're still standing with Napoleon Hill, the TikTok feed a relentless storm of trends, yet his calm focus cuts through like a beacon. His words echo unyielding. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. It's a cornerstone of Think and Grow Rich, and you feel its truth as Hill faces the inevitable hurdles of TikTok. Algorithm shifts, hate comments, the grind of staying relevant. Resilience isn't just bouncing back for him, it's building something unbreakable. You see him now, undeterred by a video that tanks or a trend that fizzles, his eyes fixed on the long game. On TikTok, he'd turn setbacks into stories, each one a spark to ignite his audience's own grit. You're not just watching. You're inspired, ready to push through your own doubts. Imagine Hill in a dimly lit room, the soft glow of his phone casting shadows as he edits a clip after a long day. Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent advantage, he wrote, and you see him weaving that into a video. Maybe it's a 30-second story about a time he lost everything, his business, his savings, only to rise stronger. He pairs it with a trending sound, a slow-motion shot of him walking through a city, text flashing. Your struggle is your story. The vulnerability lands hard, resonating with viewers who face their own battles. You feel it too, that urge to keep going, to turn your own failures into fuel. History backs this up. Hill faced bankruptcy, betrayal, and doubt, yet he published Think and Grow Rich in 1937, a book that still sells millions. That resilience would make him a TikTok force. He'd post through flops, ignore trolls, and keep refining his craft. There's a quirky side to Hill that'd shine here. He once claimed to draw strength from mental telepathy with his mentors, like an inner pep talk from Carnegie himself. On TikTok, he'd turned that into a skit, him consulting an invisible mentor before posting, a playful nod that'd spark laughs and shares. It's weird, but it's authentic, the kind of thing that hooks a scrolling audience. You're caught in his momentum now. The majority of men meet with failure because of their lack of persistence, he wrote, and you see him living it. He'd analyze every metric, drop-off rates, engagement spikes, then post again, sharper, bolder. Scholars still argue whether Hill's resilience was stubbornness or genius, but you're too swept up to care. You imagine him launching a #KeepGoing challenge, asking fans to share one time they didn't quit. The hashtag explodes. Thousands of videos from students to entrepreneurs, all echoing his fire. His profile becomes a rallying cry. Each clip proof that resilience isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Now picture his biggest hit yet. A 60-second video, his voice steady over a cinematic track saying, "Your greatest power is in refusing to give up." The visuals shift, a seedling breaking through concrete, a runner crossing a finish line, Hill smiling at the camera. It's raw, emotional, and it goes viral, millions of views pouring in. He stitches fans' stories, amplifying their victories, building a movement. You're scrolling his profile, heart racing, each video a reminder that setbacks are setups for comebacks. You're not just a viewer anymore. You're part of his mission, ready to create, persist, inspire. And now, as the feed slows, you feel the weight of Hill's journey settling in. You're standing at the edge of his vision, his voice softer now, like a friend sharing a quiet truth. Success is the development of the power with which to get whatever one wants in life without interfering with the rights of others, he wrote, and you feel it as a call to action. On TikTok, Hill's empire wouldn't just be likes or follows. It'd be lives changed, dreams sparked, hearts lifted. You see him pausing, looking right at you through the screen, his words a gentle nudge. Your purpose is waiting. The music fades, the screen dims, and you're left with a fire inside. Ready to create something that lasts, something that matters, something that's yours. You're standing at the end of this journey, the TikTok feed now a quiet hum, like the last notes of a song fading into silence. Napoleon Hill's voice lingers, soft and steady, wrapping around you like a warm blanket. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. It's not just a quote, it's a truth you feel in your bones. You've walked with Hill through vision, belief, discipline, gratitude, adaptability, and resilience, each step building a bridge from his 1937 pages to your 2025 screen. His TikTok empire isn't just a fantasy, it's a blueprint for you. Every video he'd make, every story he'd tell, would remind you that success isn't luck. It's a choice, a daily act of courage. You close the app, but his spark stays with you, glowing brighter, urging you to dream, act, persist. The world is watching, and you're ready to shine.